So you've got your iPhone 16 Pro. Now you need a case to protect that beautiful, fragile phone. Well, I've got 4 here for you today. A rugged case, a clear case, a leather case, and my personal favorite case, which you will need to stay tuned to the end of the video to find out what that case is. Now, I've been making individual videos for phone cases. I've got a few of them up on the channel, but in truth, with so many of those cases being pretty much trash, I thought, why not do a best of rather than do videos about cases which I don't really like and I don't really want to endorse. So this is that video with my top 4 cases. It was going to be 5 just because 5 sounds like a good number to have, but I didn't really want to put one case on here for the sake of it being on here to endorse it when I don't really like it. Everything in this video was bought for and paid for by myself. All the thoughts are mine, and there might be links, well, there will be links in the bottoms, in the description, sorry, and some of those might be affiliate links. So just before we start, if you enjoy the video and you do get value from it, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible so I can become a full-time content creator and convince the wife that it's a good idea. So the first case is the mouse intralock case for the iPhone 16 Pro. So going around this case, you've got a rubbery plastic edge with their intralock green rubbery stuff on the inside. This case is very slim actually for how protective it is. It's got extra reinforcement on each of the corners, decent buttons, clicky floating buttons, lanyard slots on both sides. So you've got some grips over here, and you've got the intralock mounting system, which I'll show you a bit more of in a sec. This has a big cutout for the camera. Now let's slap this on. Nice satisfying thunk there. Fits really nicely around the case, feels very solid, good snap, good raised top and bottom, which curves down a bit more into the middle, so you get nicer swiping through there. There's a big camera cutout, nice easy to press buttons, clicky buttons there, clicky buttons here, and accurate cutouts on the bottom. The case, for being such a rugged protective case, you've probably seen Mouse's videos of them throwing phones off buildings. It's actually a very slim case, very nice in the hand, nice and relatively grippy. Not the grippiest case in the world, but it doesn't feel like it's going to fall out of your hand. But the sort of attraction of this case is this mounting system alongside its sort of ruggedness. The mounting system here, the reason why I like this case so much is because it has the best, I think, mount for your bike. So they have a stem mount, which basically gives a really clean look on the bike, and this just clips straight on and is ready for you to go while you cycle. It's never fallen off my bike at all. If you prefer sort of the out front style mount, you can get this mount here. Again, clips on easily. It's not coming off at all, and you have to push these 2 buttons to remove it. It's got these teeth which clip in, so that can go around handlebars. Again, just before we carry on, if you're enjoying the video, please don't forget to subscribe. There's about 90 something +% of you who are watching my videos who are not subscribed. It really does help the channel, and it really helps the video gain popularity if you do subscribe. So please, if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment if you fancy as well. You can also get a creator mount, which goes onto the end of a selfie stick, which means, you know, a MagSafe A MagSafe selfie stick is great because you can literally just go like this and use your phone as a selfie stick when you need to, on however long a pole. The trouble is, it's very easy to steal your phone, whereas with this, I'm pulling pretty hard here. It's not coming off at all. You do need to unclip it, and hopefully, you know, no one manages to steal your phone. I do have a normal selfie stick. Where is that selfie stick? Which is a MagSafe one. Yeah, I do have a normal selfie stick where, you know, you could use this, but the magnets aren't that strong, so it's quite easy with this case especially, for it to be stolen. in general. The other final mount that I have is sort of the universal mount, and this mount is rubbish. In all honesty, it has the same mounting system, which clips on really nice and easily. But the problem with this one is the way they've designed this. It has a grippy texture along the strap, which is supposed to sort of hold the mount in place. But they've made the opening a little bit too big, and in all honesty, when you attach this to say, my use case for this is to attach it to handlebars of a toddler stroller. Put the phone on here, and it clips in, but it's all too easy for this to rotate, and it doesn't really stay put. So only if you've got something, like this foam type thing there, where now it's got enough grip, but even still, it's fairly easy to move. It's not coming off, but it just tends to rotate round. So I don't like this, and I don't use this very much, even though I do have it. Now, I like this case, but I really specifically only use it for cycling on the bike. And the reason being is this. I don't like it. This huge giant camera cutout. I feel like it's a bit of a vulnerable place on the phone. Maybe not so, because when you generally drop your phone, you're probably going to land on each of the corners, and it's going to be very unlikely to hit that section. But I would prefer at least some coverage over here to prevent this part of the phone from getting damaged. So I do love this case. I think it's brilliant. But I only really use it on the bike and maybe sort of around the house when the kids are about, because most of the house is carpet. So that's the mouse Intralock case. MagSafe strength on this, just very quickly, is nothing to write home about. This comes off very, very easily. I don't have a force meter to tell you exactly how much strength, but that's fairly easy to remove. Right, on to the next case. And the next case is my favourite leather case. This case is a case from Ryan London in England, so representing the UK over here. This is a full grain leather in saddle brown. This is also available in a dark brown and a black colour, I believe. You've got MagSafe, of course. Almost every case should have MagSafe these days. It's a nice slim profile, cutouts there, which are accurately sized for foam. But it also has a camera control button, and not many leather cases have camera control buttons. So popping this in, the fit is very good. Nice snug fit. Oops, close the camera. Nice snug fit around the phone. Very nice smelling when it first arrived. You've got a nice big cutout there around the camera with a metal ring to protect the phone if it drops. And it's nicely fully enclosed, no open bottoms or anything like that. And the camera control works very, very well and very, very easily. You can swipe through and do what you need to very, very straight, very, very simply with this. So it's a nice camera control case, and it's also a nice leather case. When you want to be a bit fancy, maybe you're going into the office or you're going out for the evening for a nice place to dinner. You want something that goes nicely. That's great. The other thing that's great about the Ryan London cases, you can get a bunch of accessories which match. So it's an AirPods Pro case, which is not on my AirPods at the moment, but it's an AirPods Pro case. You can get a leather card holder, and then you could also get a bifold wallet. This isn't like an advert for Ryan London. It's just nice if you like that whole matchy vibe. Then you can get that going quite nicely. You can even get a leather notebook cover, which I have here, and I use quite a lot. So the stuff is quite hard wearing. I've had most of these bits for about 3 or 4 years now, probably. The phone case gets replaced every year or so when there's a new phone. But I really like this. I use it quite a lot. Started to darken nicely already. MagSafe strength on this is medium. A little bit probably similar strength to the mouse Intralock case. Obviously this doesn't have any mounting system, so it has fallen off my car holder once, but that was over some very, very big divots in the road. But otherwise, very nice leather case, and I like it a lot. Next one is a clear case, and this is the dbrand Ghost. This is the Ghost case from dbrand. Case with a interesting history where it got cancelled and redone because it was very fragile and broke and scratched very easily, but they seem to have fixed everything on here. I don't generally like clear cases that have clear sides. I think they look very cheap, and they also yellow very quickly. The D-Brand Ghost is apparently one that will not yellow, sorry, excuse me. And going around the sides, they are black rubberized matte sides, and they've also got this grippy texture on here, which works very nicely. You've also got plastic raised camera cutout, a question mark style MagSafe ring, and this ribbing, like I said, all the way around the phone case. And you've also got increased material on the corners for drop protection. Now, again, this slaps in very nicely. Oops, let's get this in. So, oops. Going around the phone, fits very nicely. Has with a screen protector, it's got a very minimal, very small sort of lip. So you're not on the screen protector, but there's not a huge amount of leeway. I like this case a lot. It feels very nice in the hand, nice and grippy. Shows off obviously the nice white back of the phone, and I think this white on black sort of stormtrooper vibes looks really good. There's only one drawback of this case that I found. Oh, also, sorry, before I carry on, it doesn't scratch very much. It's very very easy going in that regard from a scratch perspective. The one thing that I find though is every time I pick it up, I seem to always pick it up and hit the camera control button. Now the camera control button works very well. It's, very responsive, very easy to operate, but it's a bit of a hair trigger. Now I have set this to be less sensitive, but it's still very sensitive. And almost every time I go and pick the phone up, I tend to pick it up exactly where that button is, and tend to switch the camera on. It's an annoyance. It's not a deal breaker by any means, and I'm kind of learnt over time just to pick the phone up a bit higher up than I normally would. But I like it. It's a very nice case, very good fitting. And then on to my favourite case, and that is the Peak Design Everyday Case. And this particular one is in the tan Clarino vegan leather. So this is again another mountable case. I'll come on to that in a sec. But you've got these thick rubberized sides, metal buttons, metal mounting system, got quite wide cutouts over there. You've also got lanyard loops on there for their own anchors, and you've also got a camera cutout here. Prefer this style camera cutout to the one on the mouse case where it's all just left open, because at least you've got a bit of protection for your phone in that section there. And you've got lots of little air ridges on the side just to help with distributing force if there is a drop. Now, putting this in snaps in very nicely, very confidently. It's a nice grippy phone case, looks really nice, feels very good in the hand, really good buttons. The vegan leather does feel nice and soft like leather. Obviously, this is a not real leather, so if you aren't into leather and you dislike leather but you want like leather style cases, then this vegan leather option is quite nice. I will say this does feel more like leather than any kind of vegan fake leather that I've had. We'll see how it patinas and holds up over a bit longer. I've had it for a little while, but probably not long enough to comment on that. The thing, I like this case so much that I actually went out and I bought myself the black one as well. Now the black one especially I think is really nice because it's got, I don't know if the camera is going to pick this up, but it's got really texturized look, almost like real leather on the back. Much more sort of going on, not like grain, but just those kind of imperfections and lines and things that catch your eye on leather, and it just looks really nice. Again, you get kind of stormtrooper vibes with reverse stormtrooper vibes, I should say, with the white phone. Looks really nice, fits really well again, and similar to the mouse case, you've got a mounting system which just clips on there. The magnets on this one are probably the strongest you're going to find anywhere. If take this MagSafe battery pack, well, it's actually quite hard to remove. So on your car mount, MagSafe mount, even on the selfie mount, it's going to be pretty hard to remove. But this mount compared to the mouse mount, this mount doesn't move. Once you put it on, stretch it around onto there, it doesn't go anywhere. Much better design even on smooth. Well, that nearly went flying. Even on a smooth thing. So you can also attach this to a bike, anything you like. And I basically have this one mount as my universal mount, which I move around between stroller or anywhere else I need. And it's very easy to put on. And again, you can even take it off. You can, well, I put it on the wrong way, but you can take it off with one hand quite easily. Just if I put it back on this, you can take it off with one hand fairly easily as well. But the magnets are very strong on everything that you attach this to. The magnets are very strong on this case. So that's my favorite, the Peak Design Clarino leather, specifically Clarino vegan leather case, the everyday case. Really nice. So what's your favorite case? Which one, what one are you rocking on your phone? Have you got the Peak Design case? Anybody out there with the D-Brand Ghost? Drop your favorite in the comment. Let me know what you're using. And again, if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the video. Please don't forget to subscribe because it really helps the channel. Thanks.